People always ask, how did we train our cat to like kayaking? Well, I'd like you to meet Zoey, our little ginger adventure cat who learned to love kayaking in only 4 weeks. If you've ever wondered what would happen if you adopted the loudest cat in the shelter, here's the result. We adopted Zoey when she was only 14 weeks old and she had just traveled all the way from Texas to New Hampshire. Her energy levels were through the roof. We discovered pretty quickly that keeping her inside the house would lead to a very bored and destructive cat. So we had to figure out what were we going to do about that. It only took a few weeks for Zoey to turn into a little kayaking adventure cat. We'd never planned on this happening. Sometimes life throws you surprises and you just gotta go with it. They say it can take weeks for cats to settle into a new home. That was not the case with Zoey. She marched right in like she owned the place, and she had so much energy, we had no idea what to do with her. She was crawling all over me from the first hour that she was in our house. So we put our heads together and said, okay, let's try and find a kitten-sized harness and start leash training so we can take her outdoors. Her first results were not so great. She did not know how to walk, but she acclimated pretty quickly and figured out how to trot around without any assistance within a couple of days. The next several days were all about outdoor exploration. Zoey absolutely adored being outside. She pounced on every little bug that came across her path. I'm pretty sure she ate every single piece of grass that was along the way as well. She loved listening to all the birds overhead. She was really in her element. And she did pretty well walking on the leash. She never went where we wanted her to go, but that's a cat for you. Every so often, a loud noise would startle Zoey. She got a little bit spooked, but she got over it pretty quickly. This cat was fearless. With how well she was doing outside, we knew she was ready for the next step. We really wanted Zoey to be able to join us for the activities that we loved. And we said, all right, well, let's see how kayaking goes. We started out slow, letting her explore the kayaks on the sand and just kind of find her way around. And then we had her sit on our lap and basically just sit on the water, not going anywhere. Once she was comfortable, we gave just a slow push away from the dock. She was not so sure about this new floating world, and we were not so sure about her balance. But she figured it out pretty quickly, and soon she was walking up to the bow of the boat and ready for her first real kayak paddle. When Zoey joined us for her first real kayak paddle, she was definitely a little bit nervous. She spent the beginning part sitting on my lap, the wind in her whiskers, just watching the water flow beneath her. But you have to remember, this cat never sits still. So after a few minutes of, sitting calmly, as one would like for a cat, she decided she was going to walk all over the entire kayak. Front to back, dipping her paws in the water. We were afraid she was going to fall in. So naturally, as any good parent would do, we had our cameras ready. It's hard to believe that just a few weeks earlier, little Zoey had been stuck in a cage in a shelter. She loves being outside, she loves exploring, and it only took a couple weeks for her to become an acclimated kayak kitty. It's pretty incredible. Zoey's story is just beginning. I hope you'll join us as we see what she's up to next.